What's up, Rube? It's Little Big Robots back. Another video here. I've got something I'm pretty darn excited about. I thought this was really cool. I thought you all might get a kick out of this. One thing I've always been interested in, really. And by the way, if you like mecha models, robots, stuff like that, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to whatever I get to. So subscribe if you want. But mainly put a comment. I like talking with people in the comments. I love discussing toys and fun stuff, mecha. But I've always been interested in brick toys, using, you know, what some people call Lego bricks. These are not Lego bricks because Lego doesn't own have a patent anymore on the brick design. So people can make quote-unquote knockoff or their own version of a brick. So that's why you see so many of them. You still can't, you're not allowed to make a direct one-to-one rip-off like I believe Lepin, L-E-P-I-N, makes, where they make a literal copy of a set. You can make your own original sets. Now, having said that, this, you might have saw my video, my Little Big Robots podcast, where I talked about this, and what was strange about it is I opened it up, and inside were the fantastic instructions, but with Sluban mentioned, Sluban or whatever, they have a North American branch. You can order these online. It's a brick company kind of like Kobe that seems to do original stuff. I don't know if this is a knockoff or a version of a Gundam that I don't know, because I know for sure that this is the IBO kit, you know, the whatchamacallit, right? So that looks obvious. That's Pacific Rim. That's the Hulk Buster or whatever. But again, it's close enough that, in fact, I've got this one next, so I'm going to build this one next. So somebody tell me if this is some other copyrighted material. I don't think so, because Sluban doesn't get you know, they've been making stuff for a while, and it's pretty high quality stuff. The instructions were great. It was a fun build. There were a few little aggravating parts, and I'll go over that. As you can see, tons of stickers. I forgot where this sticker goes, and I didn't look it up, so I'm just leaving that. Comes with this interesting, like a cloth, you know, like a scarf you can put around them, which is kind of interesting. I didn't do it. Oops. I didn't do it because it didn't look very cool, but you might like it, so try it. Had a few leftover parts, which is always fun. One thing I try to do, though, is keep my different brick lines, like my build, Sluban, what's the other one over here? Well, it's a smaller scale, the other one over here, but still, I try to keep my brick parts separate so that I'm not just mixing these with regular Lego or whatever. It's not that I care, it's just that in case I need to look up parts to fix something, you know, I know where they're at. So anyway, I was like, well, why is this dude here with his own email and stuff on here telling us to email him? I don't think he ripped anything off. I think he's just, it's kind of like if I had my own toy store and I had, you know, Little Big Robots toys, and I sold this Sluban kit. I think that's all he's doing. He's just a distributor. He's distributing it. And I don't know that you can still get these kits. I didn't see them on the Sluban site anymore, but I found them on other purchase sites. So that's all. I don't think it's anything nefarious, and I wasn't suggesting that, nefarious. But anyway, let's go over what you get. It was actually a fun build, other than a few things. This is the sniper rifle, which I always really, I understand why guns are such a thing in mecha. Like, look, he's got a giant machine gun. You have a giant robot. It's like a tank. It's like a walking tank. He would just have, the mecha would have the gun built into his arm or something, or a shoulder mount. I can understand that, like a gun cannon. But the sniper rifle, why are we holding it? Why isn't it just I don't know. It's because it looks cool. That's why. And that's all I need to know. No, you stay down. Okay. It's not a kitty cat. So it looks really good. You do have quite a few stickers. So if you're not good with stickers, really what I would recommend, let me look here. Go get you a pair of pliers, not like a pair of pliers, pair of tweezers, not like this, but like this. And when you pull the sticker off, let me show you here. This is how I do it, and this is how it works really well for me. So if I pull a sticker off, let's say I was going to place this one. Let's say it was a long one, which it looks like. I can't remember where this sticker goes. So you pull it off, right? You don't just stick it down like that. What I tend to do is I try to get it around in the middle somewhere, like about that. And then wherever I need to place it, like say on that edge, I match it up to whatever edge I need to loosely and let it attach, and then slowly let it down, and only will let it go when it looks straight. Or you can take it like this and take it from the top down, which is kind of awkward, but I kind of like doing this. And then I can kind of roll it down. And that kind of makes sure that they get on there pretty straight and everything. And then sometimes you just throw it on there, it doesn't matter. But I thought the gun looked really cool. This is kind of interesting. This is how you get it on his hand. As you pop that down, slide it into the hand, and I'll go over that in a second. And then close that. But it's got some, this barrel is really nice, silver. Honestly, all I see here, though, is a bunch of parts I'd want to use, so I'd probably take that apart. But for now, I'm leaving it. Here's the Mecha. He's pretty darn big. I think he is about the size. Let me see here. This is a Joy Toy 1/25th scale. So you can see he's actually quite a bit taller than a Joy Toy 1/25th scale. He's about the size of, I mean, there are some Joy Toys that are that tall. The red one I have, I can't remember what he's called. I can't remember. Anyway, he's larger. So you're building, it's like cool. It's got some really interesting bits in it. Like if you look at the chest here, it's got, quote unquote, these little pistons, and as you move it, that's just a ton of fun. If you look close, you can see how it's being built really very simply, but it really works well. Oh, we'll go over that in a second. One of the drawbacks of these brick kits. I'll put that back on. Anyway, so it's got some really great movement in it. It has some really nice details. The backpack is great. I don't know why they had you attach it with this ginormous thing. That is easy to remedy, though. You could easily take that off. And so what I'm saying here is, let me take that off real quick. I'm being careful because I don't want to press against. See, it's brick, so it can fall apart relatively easy. So there's the backpack. It looks great, doesn't it? But I would probably take this out and mount it, you know, at a normal, closer than that. Maybe take that part or something like that. Just mount a little closer. But other than that, you've got like the rear skirts move, more stickers here. You got this side shield thingy. You got little missile thingies or whatever those are here. You got these front skirts that move, just like kind of a normal Gundam type model. The shoulder pads, those move, have a nice movement to them. The fists are the kind of one of the sillier points here. And it has these pistols that fit on the side, right? And that's fine, that's cool. And they look pretty cool, but that's their answer to a handle, because the fists are just a hole. So you just literally can slide that in there. But as you notice, as I try to push that, how tight it was. So if you get this kit and you want to build it, do yourself a favor and do what I discovered you have to do, which is, let me show you here. Get you a kitty tail. So go get you just $15 from the store. It comes with several different grades of sandpaper on it. You just attach it with Velcro like that, and then anytime you see one of these that you have to slide through one of these holes, sand that down. Just take it like this and go kind of rotate it a bit and sand it down pretty good. Now if you see a little whiteness afterwards, you can take a little water, a little liquid, wipe it off, it'll be fine, and then it'll slide in there easier. If you do not do that, what happened on this foot here is this part here was so tight that I had to replace one of these parts in the foot with, luckily, a spare part that I already had from like I have a huge box of Lego brick and stuff, so I was able to just replace the part. This thing got stuck in there so hard, I tried to drill it out and everything, and it was literally stuck in there. I could not get it out. So I had to just throw that part away, recycle it, of course. Luckily, I was able to replace it. But if you don't have any parts and you get this for your kid, or you're a kid, hold on, let me move the space kitty. Oh my God. Can you, oh my God. Okay, go on. So, and if you want to build this with them, or if you're watching this, you want to build this, sand all these down, not a whole bunch. You can do like this. I just rotate it around a little bit till you start to see something off. You can see the little, and then you can, like I said, take a little liquid and put it, and then that's going to help it go into that slot so much easier, because if I was to force that in there right now, it would be stuck. And if you don't have other spare parts like I do, you're going to be stuck with a few parts that just won't work. and it'll be very frustrating because then you won't have a foot. So that is my main my main real issue with this, is that yes, the parts are cool, there's some really great things, but some of the fits are so tight and yet some are loose. It's just not super consistent. That's the difference you get with a non-Lego kit. The legs are simply a ball and joint. I mean the feet. So you see the ball and joint down here. This one I had to put a little rubber cement in to tighten it up a little bit, and even with that, it's still not the greatest. That's one problem with brick sets compared to, let's say, a Gunpla kit or a Gundam kit or some robot kit or whatever, is the weight of the plastic for these is enough that joints have to bear so much more. Now, having said that, they did do these fantastic, these are just a tension joint here. The legs are a fantastic ratchety, clickety, you know. If you want to move the legs though, hold the top part of the leg along with the bottom before you bend it, and you get these great, you see what I mean? So you can do some posing with it, but it's not really, see, as you can see, it's not really going to hold much of a pose, much further, you know, than that. One of the issues is too, is where this connects here in this ball and joint, it's fine, it pops out, but it doesn't turn this way. So I can't go like this with the leg. It just stays. That is easy to remedy. I guarantee you there's probably a ratchety turn part that somebody makes or you can buy or whatever. If that was the case, this leg could rotate a little bit. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? If it could rotate a little bit, then see, I'm doing that, it's actually just going to pull it out. Then you could turn this more, because the feet do move, but not much. So you can get some posing and stuff like that. This is really a good kit. This is a perfect candidate for gluing it down, gluing it together. Gluing everything, rebuilding the thing, gluing it all together except for the joints where it moves. And you would have a figure that you could actually kind of manhandle a little bit more. Because as it is now, as you can see, as I'm putting into positions and stuff, it does fall apart. It doesn't break, of course, because it's bricks. Where'd that piece go? Oh, there she is. It doesn't break because it's bricks. So what I would recommend, and what I'm going to do, is probably put this in a cool pose, you know, sniping or whatever, and then taking it from that. See, one thing I was wanting to see is if you could, I don't think you could even put it in a cool, like, sniper pose on his knees. See, these things are kind of in the way, man. That's not too bad. Like that. Hey, that might work. That might work. Ooh, is it going to work? Because I saw this thing here and I thought, what was that thing? Is that for, like, helping him snipe? Let's see if that works. Not quite. Let's put the legs in. See, I can't do it with the skirt, of course. You see, that's the problem. So if you remove that little bit there on the inside, you might be able to push that in. Let's try that. You see that little piece right here? And I just scratched it. I'm scratching it all to hell. So I'm going to remove that little piece and see if I can get it closer. That's a little better. Oops, sorry, I'm not letting you see what I'm doing here. Oh, see, as I'm pushing it up, it's taking it out. It's taking it apart. Yeah, that's about as far as she can go. I mean, you're getting close. You're getting close. So you can't do a lot with it. There's a lot you can't do. But still, it does some cool stuff. It does some pretty cool stuff. But it's really just basic. This is a good candidate for a Gunpla stand flying in the air or something would look cool. But again, if you had glued it together, oh boy, that makes me nervous. If you glue it together, you can probably do some pretty darn cool stuff because it's much more sturdier then. Let's see if I can go back in. Put this back in a working pose here. There we go. So you can see once you get it going, it's not bad. So it's, you know, it's finicky, real finicky in some cases. It's very much, it's very much a brick set. It's not a toy in that way because, you know, as soon as you start playing with this, a kid plays, it's going to fall apart. But it's a cool model, and that's the whole point. I think it looks fantastic. The stickers are kind of goofy here and there. Not too bad. It matches kind of the, you know, the toy-like styling of the set. You can tell. I wish there was less of the brick. No, I took that part off, but I wish there were less brick parts that showed. You know, they were conscious of that. Oh, Lord. The head is really cool, but it kind of sits constantly at leaning forward, which, of course, is the cool thing now, is to make your gun pull look all goth and stuff, you know. So it's all falling apart, as you can see as I'm manipulating. It gives you an idea of what the arm looks like, though. Just your basic, oh, Lord. There we go. So, see, you can't really do much with it as far as posing. But once you have it together, once you pose, it looks really cool. It's a fun kit. It really is. I love this center point here. It just really has some really neat stuff to it, and easy to adapt because it is brick. You can add and take away all you want. So, so do yourself a favor. If you get it, I think it's worth the price. I found it for $30-something on Amazon. I think it's a totally fun kit for that. It's an interesting experience if you're not done many bricks sets. The larger one I've got, that big red one, looks even more fun. But do go get you some sandpaper, and anytime you see one of these bits, push it in a little bit. If it goes in easily into the slot, cool. But if not, sand that down. Don't cause yourself the heartache. Trust me. It's just going to cause yourself frustration. But once you're past that, once you know how to build these things, I'm actually really excited by these. You out there, let me know what you think. If those designs are like where all they came from. I recognize the IBO one. This one I don't. And I do like the color scheme, though. But anyway, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.